VTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, our website, www.wvtcradio.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users.
You are tuned to WVTCRadioDetroit.com to the Sandy Rose Show with your host, Sandy Rose, where you'll hear the finest in gospel music, insightful conversation, and guests that will enhance you. The Sandy Rose Show can be heard every Monday and Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, live on YouTube. So get your pencil, paper, and shouting shoes and get ready for today's broadcast. Why not text a friend or tag a friend and tell them to listen too?
O Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds that thy hands have made, you stood somewhere behind the great, grand, and glorious hills of eternity. Rearrange your agenda for the creation of this vast universe. You reach down with your omnipotent hand unto the great abyss of nothingness, and threw nothing out into nowhere, and nothing became something. What a world we live in. Look at this world. It's gigantic and it's grand. Mountain heights with scintillating views, valleys scooped out by eternal hands, rolling prairies, running brooks, rippling streams blessed with gold, silver, diamonds, and all kinds of precious minerals. My soul sings when I look and see how God splashed the multitude of stars kissing the heavens like diamonds sprinkled against black velvet and hanging like trapezes from the roof of God's gymnasium. You placed the moon and announced for the world to hear, this is the queen of the night, and she has never stopped shining. The oceans, whose depths have to be measured in miles. The sun has never run out of gas. The stars keep coming out to play. The seasons still march in splendid succession. My God is real. He is from everlasting to everlasting. He even looked around one day to see what he had created and said, that's good. And one day, when he brings everything to consummation and a glorious fruition, when he comes with a shout of acclamation to take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. When he calls me, I will answer. And I will bow in humble adoration, and my soul will say, how great thou art. For I know I have a house of many mansions, eternal in the heavens, up where Jesus lives, up beyond the atmosphere, the stratosphere, the exosphere, the troposphere, up where I'll never grow old, up to the streets of gold, up beyond the vicissitudes of life. And I will honor him as King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and simply say to him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and forever and forever and forever. My God, how great thou art.
Something well worth mentioning concerning those disciples, the disciples of that day. And we are challenged to follow their example, even in our day. Now listen at what the word says. These all continue with one accord. Now I really could stop there and preach till Jesus comes. These all continue with one accord. Do you know what it means to be on one accord? Oh, brothers and sisters, after Easter, these all continued with one accord. Can I get a witness? There wasn't different spasmodic groups. There was no cliques within the band of disciples. They all operated as one. They worked as one, with one accord. There wasn't nobody sitting in one corner eyeing across at somebody in another corner. They were all with one accord. They didn't all have their individual personal hidden agendas. They were all operating with one accord. Amen. With one accord. Tell somebody, one accord. Tell them that's what we need today. In the church today is more of this thing called one accord. One accord will bring you together.
Well, come on, clap your hands with us, everybody. We've come to give him praise. Oh, Lord, I thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all the days of my life. Oh, Lord, I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Lord, I thank you all the days of my life. Oh, Lord, I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lord, I thank you all the days of my life. Oh, Lord, I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lord, I thank you all the days of my life. When I was lost, Lord, you found Where would I be? I'm so glad, yeah, that the Lord saved me. Hey, He saved me. 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 Saved me. He saved me. If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? I'm so glad, yeah, that the Lord saved me. One more time, say, He saved me. 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 Saved me. If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, come on, say it. If it had not been for Jesus, hey, say it. If it had not been for Jesus, come on, say it. If it had not been for Jesus, hey, say it. If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been, hey, where would I be? If it had not been, where would I be? If it had not been, where would I be? If it had not been, where would I be? I'm so glad that the Lord saved me. Give Him praise. Give Him praise. Give Him glory. If it had not been for the Lord who was on my side. If it had not been for Jesus, say it. If it had not been for Jesus, hey, I would be lost. If it had not been for Jesus, I would be lost in my sin. If it had not been for Jesus, say it, hey, if it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? If it had not been for Jesus, where would I be? I'm so glad that the Lord saved me. He saved me. He saved me. I'm so glad He saved me. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Bless your name.
All right, Richard, you glad that the Lord saved you? Are you glad that the Lord saved you? That's enough. We can end this now. I'm telling you, we're trying this month especially. We want to give it up for thank you to the Lord for the things that He's done for us all through this year 2022 and for all of our life. And we are definitely grateful that He saved us. We are grateful for all of that. And we thank God and praise Him for His wonderful works to the children of men. And we want to welcome everybody to today's show. I am Sandy Rose, and you are?
I'm Pastor Jackie. Hey, good evening, everybody. Glad to see you.
My name is Teresa. My name is Teresa. Little step from right there. Little lapse. Teresa. Peace.
Okay.
All right. My name is Richard Darrell Nichols. I'm here all the way in Chino, Chino, California. And I'm glad to be here. I can't share and like Sandy Rose for some reason, but I'm glad to be on the line right now.
Okay. Be on the line and the vine. Amen. Just be there. And we want to just say welcome to everybody who has tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. It looks like the gang's all here. And we've got, would you say, hey, the gang's all here. So we want to say welcome to everybody. And we're so glad today here in Michigan. Right here in the Detroit area, we got our first taste of snow.
Little flurries.
Little flurry.
I think I'm gonna have to take off my jacket because it's hot up in here.
Richard, what I tell you about that?
How hot is
Don't,
it?
don't do that. That's not nice. God don't like us. Don't tease the saints that's finna be cold.
Right.
Don't
Tease the saints. Tease.
I wasn't teasing you. I'm just giving you a fact. That's the truth.
All right. Well, our weather report, we've got 66. They're in the Bay Area, and that's good. Roosevelt, though, is a little cold. He's just like he's in Detroit. He's got 36 degrees. Lord Jesus. Oh, but we can depend on Roxy. Thank you, Roxy, because you there's hope when when I see your report. There is hope. Roxy has 70 there in.
And I beat Roxy again. I'm at 74. Hallelujah.
Did you? You got 74?
Wow.
74.
All right.
The sun is shining bright.
In your no, that was for Teresa in her old Kentucky home.
Kentucky home.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get rid of your? I guess you got rid of your rain then, Richard, huh?
Oh, I sent it away. Rain, go away, come back another day.
Oh Lord, 40.
That's what ours is doing. It's kind of 1 minute it looks like snow, the next minute it looks like rain. I said, okay, make up your mind what you're doing now, Michigan. Come on now.
It looked like snow to me. When I got up, there was snow on the rooftop. So as I looked out the window, I was like, OMG. I had my first conference call this morning, and I said, you know what, y'all, it's snowing. And a couple of them had not looked out the window, so they got up and went and looked out the window. They was like, it's no snow out there. And I said, go look. They went to look, and
see, Lord, open their eyes.
God gave them an eye full. God gave them an eye full. And we want to send congratulations again out to Dr. Kimberly Whitsett. And and she gets sworn in tonight.
All right.
That quick. I said, well, Lord, they must not have had
not a soul doing nothing, or either whoever was doing it was so bad.
Yeah, something.
Okay, we through with her. Go on, girl.
Yeah,
go
we
on.
do. Yeah, come on.
Be gone.
Be gone. Be off with you.
Better go.
Now, she's being sworn in, but does she take office?
When they swear you in, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Okay. So she don't have to wait till January.
That's,
no.
That's something. Their city charter. She's not in Detroit per se. She's in one of the suburbs.
Yeah.
And, that must be in their city charter that right after the election, the Tuesday after the election, we swear you in, and that's a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's immediate.
Yeah. So we wish
most small towns. Small towns, so there's no need for wait. Wait for what? What you waiting for?
Yeah. So we wish her well in her journey, and we give her our full support here at WVTC. And I know that our family here wishes her well.
Absolutely.
About that. So what else is going on in the world other than it's dark already?
I see Roosevelt said if I start out hitchhiking today, I can make it to Chicago. But Roosevelt, if you really wanted me to be in Chicago, I would have had a ticket in my mailbox today. And I was on Thursday. So he really didn't want me
at least Chicago. A little cash out.
It's never too late.
No.
Yeah, because today
is just Tuesday. Huh?
Just Tuesday.
Just Tuesday.
Between now, because did we find out who won all those billions? Because I thought about you, Richard, because it was right there in California.
30 minutes away, not close enough.
Yeah, but did you know them? I mean, you can call them up and say that's my cousin. Did they show the people? No.
No, I haven't even heard them announce to people.
Okay. Because that's the first thing I was gonna get is another attorney. That's the first thing I would buy with my money. Is another attorney.
Attorney.
Yes, we would get another one. Oh wow, Roosevelt said they say it was a black person. Well,
oh yeah,
because remember the girl that won
in Chicago,
like 100 million or something, and she was in the Carolinas, maybe. She was black, and that's the one that kept getting the boyfriend out of prison.
Oh yeah,
out of jail. Yeah.
Wow.
And Fix My Life. Ayana was like, "Girl, sit down. I got to talk to you."
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, hopefully it is. And
Congratulations.
yeah, because you saw Jeff Bezos gave Dolly Parton a few million.
No kidding.
Yeah, so she can give it out. So one millionaire giving another millionaire some more money. Give it to me.
Right.
Right.
Give it to me. All right.
Those in need.
Yeah. I could really work that.
it's coming.
Yeah,
Sandy.
Evie, that show was a mess.
It's coming.
If it's on the internet, you need to go and see it. It's a mess. It's a mess.
I think she's broke now, isn't she?
She was leaning that way, and Ayanla gave her some advice, and it looked like she took it because she was in the news a few after the show aired a little while later, and the boyfriend had gone to jail, right? And he was trying to sue her, saying she promised me these cars and these houses and blah blah blah. And so they said, "Is any of that in your name? Did she put any in your name?" And they said, "No, but she had said that." They said, "Go on, sit back over there in your cell, honey. Go sit back and wait for yard time, honey."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but she got up and moved away. So, yeah. So maybe she saw what she could see.
That is love for sure in the blind.
I don't love you that
Love
much.
ain't got nothing to do with that. That's just plain old stupidity.
To
Stop
get you
it.
out of jail knowing that she's coming back. But
Hey, love, that's stupid.
But that money didn't mean anything to her because she didn't have to earn it. It meant nothing. So, when it came down to the point of, here, give 10 million, he's on a $10 million bond. Here go to 10. And they was like, "You gonna put that up?" And she said, "Yeah." So
see, that's stupidity.
it meant nothing to her. So,
Yeah.
So you have to, be careful. And that's what happens a lot of times with the kids when they go out and they tear up your car. And you be mad and they be like, "Oh, sorry, mom." It means nothing to them. They didn't have to sacrifice and buy it. So
No, they don't pay insurance. They don't pay anything on it.
they don't pay nothing. So we're good with that. But you know what? We do have a guest today.
All right now.
All right.
Woo-hoo. And the guest is a very, very special person. She's a great friend of mine. She is the owner of Rockefeller Lock Studio. Rockefeller Lock Studio is an all-natural hair salon with highly skilled locticians specializing in locks, twists, and braids. Serving the lock community in excellence, you will enjoy the service and the products from start to finish, as well as the ambiance of the salon. And that is for sure the truth. The first thing I notice when I'm walking is the floor. If your floor is clean, you're gonna have a good business. And her floor
Okay,
is
yeah. If you take care of that chair, the chair will take care of you.
amen.
Mm-hmm.
Self-taught locks specialist Jasmin Thomas began her career while attending the College of Chico State University. That's Chico, not Chino. On a basketball scholarship. Upon earning her degree in psychology, Jasmin returned where she began working side by side in her father's barber shop as a loctician, hair therapist. In 2021, she opened 2 locations in Fontana and on Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, California. Let me get ready to introduce this very beautiful, gorgeous, and intelligent young lady. She is young, gifted, and black. That's what I'm talking about, because that's a fact. Miss Jasmin Thomas.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know her, but I've been doing research. She's no joke. She is no joke. And what we're gonna do today, we have a trailer. She has a trailer about Rockefeller locks, and we're gonna show this trailer. And I want you all to enjoy this because I'm very impressed with this young lady. She's something. As my grandma says, she's something else. All right. So and she left the studio. We got to get her back to the studio. But watch this video. This will impress you. We'll be right back because you're listening to WWTC Detroit. All right. We'll be right back after this.
Yes.
What is Rockefeller Lock Studio?
In its simplest form, it's an all-natural hair studio for locks, full of talented locticians, but it's so much more than that. Rockefeller is a culture. It represents strength, courage, and faith. It represents a community of real people with pain and transgressions. Clients come here to feel love and a sense of family. They want to escape the problems out here in the world today. I started this brand with one client when I graduated college, and I had 2 options: get a job in my career field or bet on myself and build my own brand. The way this path was aligned is divine. Every human needs to know that every chance you get in life, swing for the fences. Rockefeller Army! Attention! I said, Rockefeller Army! Turn up! Turn up! Nah! I don't think you heard me! I said, Rockefeller Army! Turn up! Turn up! Let's get it! Have radical faith in things you cannot see. Do what makes your soul happy and be a light every chance you get. Know that we are kings and queens. Never tilt your crown. Rockefeller Lock Studio is about hope, joy, and love for generations to come. What started with an individual has now become an army.
Okay.
We are Rockefeller.
Honey, that's Hollywood. All right.
I love it, 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 love it. I love it. I love it.
Hey, Mr. Richard.
How you doing, Miss Jasmine? Good to see
I'm
you,
good.
girl.
I can't complain.
Yeah.
We don't have time to listen.
Yeah, they are really enjoying that video. Yeah, well done advertisement. Well done. So
Thank you.
how did you do that? Who came up with that concept?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's just something that I thought about. A lot of my stuff just comes, randomly at times, but a lot of prayer for sure. That's first things first. I'm very spiritual, and when God tells me to do something, that's what I do. So that's how everything got this far in the first place. And it's just like, it's the truth. It was just like, okay, you have to tell your story where you don't have to say it every time. Someone can see the video, and it has to be quick too. You know what I mean? And that's the best way, and also to include the girls as well is what I wanted to do. So I wanted to include the girls. I wanted to include some of the stylists. Some of the clients. You know what I mean? So it was just kind of one of those things where it's just like, okay, let's do something as a unit, as a family. You know what I mean? So I'm always trying to do something like that. That was just one of our few ideas. That was one of those. So I was just like, okay, let's do there's a lot of themes that I like to do. So we did the Army commercial. We did Rockefeller All-Stars, which was, we all had on basketball jerseys. Then we just recently did the Thriller commercial for Halloween, and everybody loved that. So that was pretty cool. Were you guys able to see that one?
No, we didn't see that one.
That one is cool too.
And she looked just like Michael Jackson. They had all the moves.
Oh wow.
Yep, I had the prosthetic face on and everything. Oh
wow, that is so neat. That is so neat.
What can we find?
We can start. Well, number one, I want to know. I love the name. Okay,
thank you,
Rockefeller. How could you not love that name?
You know how when something comes to you and you're not even when you think too hard on something, you can't think of anything.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's just like, I was sitting in the room with my cousin, and I'm like, what could I call myself? What could this be? Because this was before it was even a brand. You know what I mean? It was before there was a team behind me. I was the only one doing locks for 15 years. So she was like, well, you locking all the guys up. You locking everybody up. You Rockefeller. I'm like, that's it.
Wow.
It was that simple. It was, absolutely. It was that simple.
Wow.
Yep.
Now we already have a question from the audience, and they want to know, what is the difference between locks and dreads, or are they the same?
Well, they are the same. It's just the terminology that we use. So back in the day, they would call, the people that had locks, they would say they were dreadful. So it was a thing. It was a bad name for locks. So that's why we don't say dreads anymore. So some people do still say dreads, but they were calling them dreadful, dirty. It wasn't anything how, like, okay, you can have the Rasta. The Rasta. They don't really. They'll wash it. They're not gonna mess with them though. They don't get them maintained. So there could be, they'll say dreadful and things about the name that, it just gave locks a bad name. So, now we've changed it and we just say locks because we don't want the dread part of it. It's nothing dreadful about the hairstyle.
Okay. Right. And now, how do you do that?
What do you mean?
Twist the hair and it just grows, or?
Absolutely. So the beauty of locks and why they grow so long is because you're not losing any hair. When we comb our hair and we brush it, we're losing thousands of strands a day every time we do that.
So when you lock this hair in on the root, and I've had mine 15 years. So let's see, I'll stand back. And I've been cutting them too. So this is 15 years of not combing my hair or brushing it. It just continues to grow. So when that's basically how you do it, and it's really, our hair in its natural state is the healthiest for our hair. It's the best state for our hair. All the other stuff, is if you do chemicals or if you do heat, it's not the healthiest for our hair. It's not our hair in its best state. So that's why it also grows so long, because it's unbothered and it's healthy and it's natural.
So what do you treat the scalp? Is it like when you wash it and you treat the scalp?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, we do. So every lock has, a piece of, let me look, I'm gonna get close for y'all. So every single lock has its own square.
Yeah.
And from there we treat it square by square. You got to find the parts to it, and you twist it. You twist it, you put the clip on it, and you go through the whole head with that same process. So they come every 4 to 6 weeks or so. That's our requirement. You know what I mean? We say, okay, for the best maintenance, don't go longer than 2 months, but no sooner than 4 months. You want to have time in between to let the hair relax and breathe too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
How long is a client in your chair usually?
They can be in a chair anywhere. It depends on what they want, their hair length, but probably about from an hour to an hour and a half. Depends on also the how long the stylist has been doing it as well, because some stylists don't go as fast as others. It just depends.
So now, do you wash it? You wash it, but between those 4 and 6 weeks, how often do you suggest that the person would wash their hair?
Just when they come back. That's it.
So you don't wash it during that 6 weeks?
Some do. If they do say they're doing sports or they're working out, they can. But the problem with doing that is, first of all, you don't need to wash your hair that much. It's going to dry it out. And then secondly, when you wash it and you don't twist it back down, that's when it starts to get stuck together. So you don't want that matting. When you wash it, your hair is, the roots are in its natural state always, because it's growing out of your scalp. So when you wash the hair, now you got an afro again right here. We got to tame that back down. We tame it back down. You sit under the dryer. Boom, you're good. Now everything is back to normal. But when you wash it and you don't do that, that's when those hairs, they don't have a home. So then you run into the problem of them being stuck together. So we don't suggest you washing it if you're not going to get it done.
So do you wash all of this hair as well?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You got to wash all of that too, because this stuff is touching a lot of things.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because
don't let my hair.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't let it. I'm real funny. I don't even really sit back in chairs that much, because I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch my hair.
So you were talking about the hair not your scalp not getting or getting dry. Is there anything you can do to keep it from? I mean, you don't put kind of grease or anything in there, after you wash.
That leads me to my next thing. So we have a line of products as well. So we have 8 products on Amazon and in Walmart. So we have the Lockefeller, So we have the Lockefeller Lock Oil. We have Lockefeller Lock Sauce. That's what I call it, the lock sauce, because it's it's the good stuff. But it's the twisting gel that we use to hold it down. So I have a chemist. He's an African chemist out of LA. I've been using him the whole time. The products are all natural. So, I wanted to make sure that everything was right with the product. I wanted to make sure that, it was approved and it was tested in the lab. I don't want to just be in the house making stuff for people to put on their hair. That's very risky. So he formulated this line of products based on what locks needed and, what nutrition we need in our hair and everything. So it's aloe vera plant-based products with like biotin, vitamins, mineral, a bunch of, good things in in the product. So we have the lock gel, the lock oil, and we have a 4-step shampoo system. So that is basically the system where you treat the hair. It's steps, ordered, and how to, if you want to wash it yourself, or if you're away from us, you know what I mean? The conditioner is there. We have lemon fluff shampoo. We have a therapeutic shampoo. So all of those steps, and it's listed step 1 through 4 when you buy the system. So, you know what I mean? You'll get the first system is the scalp rinse. So that's the one that's kind of like an antiseptic on the scalp. You spray it and it kind of gets all the dirt that's been just sitting on your hair out on the scalp. And then from there, that's when you step into the shampoos, and the last step is the conditioner. So everything is, all the product line is formulated on just a perfect way to keep your hair moisturized when you're away from us. The whole thing. Even if you don't use the shampoo, the oil sells like crazy because it's just it's very light, and it will sustain you until your next appointment for sure. Yeah.
That's
so that awesome. Getting that on Amazon and getting that on Walmart, that was pretty tough.
Now, how did you get in Walmart?
Walmart, they took about a year to respond. And one day I said, you know what? Let me check. All of this stuff is really trial and error. I have a degree in psychology. I'm not a business major or anything. I'm figuring it out as I go. I'm 33 years old, so I'm just trial and error. And so it's not like a story where I sat down with a group of people. It's not that. It's literally I'm on my phone, at night, scrolling through stuff, clicking on things and applying here, applying there. And I went back on Walmart. I hadn't heard anything back. I said, let me do the application again. Let's just see. Boom. The next day they responded. You're approved. I was just like, what? Okay, cool. So there, and I have the video. I'll never forget. I was in the car with my friend, and they'll approve you, but to get it to appear on Walmart takes time as well for it to become visible. Yeah. So we were leaving. Where were we at? It was El Torito. Sure was El Torito. I said, let me just check. And then I clicked on Walmart. I typed in Rockefeller. It popped up. We started screaming.
Wow.
Yeah, we did it.
Okay. What made you open up a shop?
Woo. Oh, wow. Okay. So it was long story short, overflow. I had too many clients. I have a lot of clients that, like I said, I've been doing it 15 years, and I knew I couldn't take everybody by myself. Right. So I need a team. And also my dad, he's owned a salon for about 33 years, a barbershop. 33 years. I worked in there for about 5 years. So I knew the ins and outs of it.
When you worked there, what were you doing?
I was doing locks. I was by myself, a 1-person band. That's it. So I was in the barbershop doing the locks, and then his barbers would do the haircuts after I did my clients. So it all worked out. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what?
Yeah.
COVID came around, and I said, well, I've been saving up. I haven't done anything. I might as well do something. I'm bored. It was really like that. And I said, I started reaching out to other locticians. I said, hey, what do y'all think about, coming and we make a team and we do this together? We're stronger as a unit.
That's right.
And they're like, I like it. I said, I got 7 chairs. God told me to do something and I need to do it. He told me to build a temple for the community. It's bigger than hair. So I picked 7 chairs, the number of completion. And they said, I'm with it. Let's do it. And from there, I started driving and I looked at 2 buildings and I didn't really like them. They were okay. And I got in the car and I said, Lord, I don't know where it's at. I know what you want me to do, but I don't know where it is. And I don't know what it looks like. You have to take me to it. Just take me to it. And then I'll know it when I see it. And this is literally how it happened. And I was driving on the freeway on the way home, and off of the freeway from my house, it was a now leaving sign, big day. And I was driving past it and I said, should I get off on this exit? And I had to turn around, said, all right, I'm gonna get off. And I drove up to the building and I texted the number. I said, hey, interested in the building. And the guy texted me back right away. He said, oh, my dad isn't here, but I'm actually on the property right now. I'll be out in a second. It was like 5:30 p.m. I wasn't expecting that. I said, no problem. So Tony, let me get it charted. Tony comes out and he says, all right, I have a couple buildings that I can show you. And I said, all right, no problem. So he showed me the first one. I was like, nah, that's, this is like, it used to be an insurance building or something like that. He said, but I do have one down the way that used to be a beauty salon. I was like, show it to me. So he was like, 1,100 square feet. I didn't even know square footage and all that stuff at that point. You know what I mean? I was like, just show it to me. He opened the doors and I said, this is it. I said, how much? What do I need to do? He said, you just show me your credit score and a down payment on it. And I was like, oh, okay, easy. And I got approved the same day. And I went from there. It was, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you
walk out on faith, do what God tell you to do, and he'll do the rest.
That's right. That's
Sandy.
right.
That's it.
The story sounds so familiar.
Sounds so familiar, don't it?
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
That's what you did?
That's exactly what I did. Went out and the Lord said, not that building, but this one.
Yeah.
Well, Jasmine, tell them about the other shop in Hollywood, on Melrose.
Melrose?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am right now. I'm about to. I don't know what happened with my sound, but I left my charger right here. Let me grab it right now. Sorry, you guys. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So the shop on Melrose. What do you want to know about it, Mr. Richard?
How the challenges you had to because the one in Fontana walked into you, but the challenges you had to get that shop and things that you had to do to open it up.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Melrose was a whole nother beast. I'll say that. Okay. So with Melrose, I had been looking probably, I have friends in LA and they kept saying, you need to shop in LA, you need to shop in LA. And I said, I've never lived in LA. I don't know anything about LA, like that. I'm from Rancho Cucamonga, which is about an hour from LA. They're night and day. The traffic, there's a lot of people, you know what I mean? So I said, I'm not sure, but if you're saying I need to do it, and specifically my best friend said Melrose, and I said, okay, I know that name, I know Melrose. So I said, all right, I'll start looking. It's still a pandemic. Keep in mind, I did 2 shops in 1 year, and I've never done that before. So it was just like a lot going on at once. So I started, I said, okay, I'm going to drive, same thing. I'm going to drive up Melrose. I drove up Melrose for about 2 weeks, and I said, oh my goodness, the price difference is, it's 3 or 4 times the amount of out here. I said, am I ready to take on that kind of, and they were saying some outrageous numbers. So on the second week, I said, let me do just a couple more drives. Let's just see. I was driving down and right on the corner, it was a now leasing sign that wasn't there the night before. So I said, okay.
Nothing just happened.
Nothing, right. And I said, wow, it's right on the corner. And it was huge. It's massive. So I said, wow. Okay, let's see. I looked through the glass. I said, okay, I could do this. I could do this one. And this one is upstairs, downstairs. So I said, all right, clothing store upstairs, bar and lounge upstairs, just for the clients to wait and relax. Okay, let's see. So I text the number, Shane. That's still my friend. We could, those are the brokers, but we're like family now. So I said, hi, I'm interested in this building. I have a salon, a hair salon, and I want to get in, see what's going on with the leasing. They said, no, the owner doesn't want a salon right here. There's no plumbing. It's just not happening. Oh. And I said, wait, hold on now. I said, this is not an ordinary salon. This is a lock studio. And in Melrose, the culture of locks is very heavy, and I said, you need this on your street for the culture. Here's my website. Here's the commercial. Here's, the people's hair that I do. I started sending Kevin Hart. I started sending all my celebrities. I said, my grandfather is Rick James. you need this on this street, you know? So he said, wait a minute. He said, okay, well, he said, what's your number? So I said, boom. So he said, let me talk to the owner. She's in France. Let me call her. Because he said, I actually love this concept. And he said, I didn't know it was like that. I thought it was a regular hair salon, where we don't do hair. He said, no, that's true. There are locks everywhere over here. So boom, he talked to the owner. He said, there's 2 big companies bidding for this spot, like major companies. And he said, but I want to get you in. So let's just try. So from that moment that we talked, I fasted for 30 days from not food because I need to eat because I'm standing up doing hair, but things that I like,
People don't know you can fast from what's near and dear to your heart.
Exactly.
Whatever's near and dear.
Yeah.
Exactly. I did no secular music, no snacks. I love chips, candy, and all that stuff. I did none of that. I did no TV. What else? No social media unless I had to post for the business. Just things that are in my everyday life. You know what I mean? So I fasted. Oh, no alcohol. I'll have me a drink or two every now and then and some wine or something. I did nothing for 30 days. On the 31st day, they said yes. I'm not kidding. On the 31st day, the owner loves your idea. Can you meet tomorrow? I said, absolutely. And I got the keys. And that's all true. This is all true. God did it. He told me to do something and I'm just the vessel,
Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Awesome.
So now what made you lock your hair?
I locked and that's crazy because this brings the story full circle. So I'm from Buffalo, New York. That's where I was born. And my whole family had locks. So I seen it as a child growing up. You know what I mean? And it wasn't something I wanted to do then, but I wanted them very young, for sure. However, when I went to college, I went up Northern California, to a college called Chico State. So I was on a basketball scholarship, and there was no one there that could do, our hair. It just, that's the culture there. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of us. So I said, wow, okay. What am I going to do about my hair? I can't go to the games looking crazy. So I said, you know what? I've gone away from people for 4 years. This is the perfect time. And went in the mirror, didn't really know what I was doing, but I twisted it a lot. And that first year of college was when I really dove into the history of locks and how to do them and what to do. And I didn't even know I had that gift. It was revealed to me. I discovered it then, but I didn't even know that I was there for one thing, which was going to shape the rest of my life, the rest of my future, because a psychology degree is necessary to talk to people behind your chair that come sit in your chair every day.
Yes.
It's necessary. And
you're the therapist.
Exactly. So we say at the shop, we say therapist.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, we say therapist. So yeah, it just when I said, wow, it really came all full circle, because when you go to school or you're 20, 21, you don't know what you're gonna do.
That's
It's like, let me try to figure something out. I was great at everything I did, but I didn't have a set career. I didn't have something where I could. And with this, it's just so many things branch off of it. It's just like, okay, we got Rockefeller University, which is going to be the school where you learn how to do locks. We got the clothing line. We have the products. We have, you know what I mean? There's so many branches to where I'm employing people or giving people hope, or, you know what I mean? A community, a place, a foundation for kids, generational,
community.
There we go.
Community.
There we go. And that's just, Hey, that's all God, man. That's what he does.
Wow. And we have several questions for you. So we're going to take, the panel has questions, but we've got questions from the audience as well. We're going to take a quick station ID, and we will be back. You're right here, and you're
listening to WVTC Detroit.
All All right. And we'll be right back after this.
Okay.
The gospel CD you've been waiting for is finally here. It's Music Book featuring John Tatum.
Oh, what a Savior, I have found Yahshua. Oh.
John's anointed vocals will touch your soul.
If you don't know Christ by now, it's the time. Every season is a season for Christ.
John Tatum.
You're always on God's mind. You're always on God's mind.
Music Book, the must-have CD from John Tatum, produced by the classic Blue Note, Jerry Cummings, formerly of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Available at johntatum.net and all of your digital platforms.
Hey, are you in need of a jingle, a commercial? Or have you considered a podcast for your business or ministry? If so, let WVTC Radio Detroit be your choice. And guess what? Location is not a problem. We can pick you up and broadcast you from anywhere. For more information, please go to our website at WVTCDetroit.com or drop us an email at WVTCRadioDetroit@gmail.com. We're waiting to hear from you.
Oh,
All right.
We just want to say thank you. We know that this is the season of thanks, and we are thanking God, and we're listening to wonderful testimonies
Yes.
from our guest today, Jasmin Thomas, who is from Rockefeller Studios, the owner of Rockefeller Studios. And
Yeah.
it is just awesome,
Yeah.
just awesome, just awesome. And she has been here giving us her testimony about what God has done for her and how she has started that establishment, and she still continues to give God the praise. Like I
Absolutely.
said, we have so many, we have some questions. I'm going to give one from the audience, and then we'll go around and let the panel ask their questions as well.
Okay. Sure.
Now, we got a question from Hallie. Hallie said, I'm late to show. If you come out of the locks, will you have to cut all your hair off? Also, I've been a Rockefeller customer for my twists.
Wait, Hallie is a Rockefeller customer?
I doesn't know. Let's
Oh my
just
Hallie.
let's cut that part off and go with, do you have to cut your hair?
I'm like, wait, hey, Hallie.
Maybe
Okay.
she bought your products.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
She might have
Absolutely.
bought
Thank
your
you.
products.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Holly. Let me see. If you're late to the show, come out a lot. Oh, I'm late to the show. No, the answer to that is no. You do not have to cut your hair off. There are a couple options before you do that. That would be the last resort. However, the other way is pretty time consuming. That is, let me turn the camera this way so I can use both hands here. So a way that people do it is they'll start at the end of the lock, and they begin, literally, it's very tedious to comb it out with, like, you have to put a lot of conditioner and moisten the hair up to soften it up, and literally this process could take weeks, months,
Days.
Okay.
weeks, months to get all of this out and get back to here. You got to go up each one, and it depends on how long your hair is, how the texture of it. There are a lot of factors that, factor into that. Another way that people do it is if I wanted to stop the locks, to keep the locks going, I told you that we twist the roots. So if I wanted to stop it, you see my roots aren't fresh right now. This is just this is my natural hair here.
Yes.
So I could stop twisting it and just let it grow as natural hair. And because what makes it a lock is when we twist it. So if I just let this just grow as my natural hair, my locks are gonna grow down, and this will be, regular hair here. So and that at that point, then people cut the locks off if they don't want them anymore. You know what I mean?
All right.
So yeah, there are ways to do it. It's just, whew.
Okay, and we'll give you one more question here from the audience. Roosevelt wants to know, do you have to have a license to perform the locks? So I guess we're not performing the locks, but to actually put locks in somebody else's hair. Do you need
No, you do not. You do not have to have a license.
It's like braiding?
It's natural hair. It's considered natural hair.
So it's like braiding?
Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Right. However, I do want to. I want to get in touch with. I've been working on getting in touch with the state board because there is no category for locks. With the state board, and they don't even teach how to do locks at hair school. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, let's have something to where people do need to go, because there are there's a such thing as wrong technique as a loctician. That's what gets under my skin. It's like, you got to put your work in. Everyone thinks they're a loctician now. And I'm not knocking anyone, but it's like, you got to put the work in, and you have to master this craft too. You can't just say, I do locks now, I'm a loctician. And it's like, the technique is wrong. They use too much product, causing buildup in people's hair. There's a lot of things you can do wrong. You know what I mean? With as labeling yourself a loctician and not having the expertise behind you. So I'm trying to get with the state board so that it's like, okay, let's do a lock category to where you need to go to school for this, and I can give you the curriculum here. I'm working on curriculum right now with one of my close friends. She's a doctor, so We're trying to crack that, crack into that area too. So
wow,
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Awesome.
We'll see.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
that is mostly for our hair, and we do want people that are qualified to do it.
Exactly. Exactly. That is so important. That's true.
Okay, we'll get a question from the team. We got more from the audience, but we'll take one
Sure.
from the team.
I'll go first. So you've got two stores.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you have you stopped doing hair? And you just managing, or do you also continue to work?
She's still alive.
I work every day.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Do you have your chair where you work every day?
Yeah.
I have a chair at both shops. Yes, I have a chair at both shops. I'm currently I take turns on where I'm at, but currently I'm in Fontana right now, which is the one that's an hour from Melrose. That's where most of my client base is, and I was on Melrose when it first opened because I wanted the girls to get a feel of how I move and how to move under this brand. I need you to know how professional and serious I take it. You know what I mean? When you are labeling yourself as a Rockefeller stylist, you're a reflection of me.
That's
so
right.
I have to go over there and get on them. You know what I mean? The music, your aprons need to be on. There's a lot of things that you know what I mean, and the professionalism. So I did that for a while, and I said, okay, wait, this drive is kicking my butt. It was 2 hours there and 2 hours home every day. So I said, look, I live 3 minutes from the Fontana shop. Let me make it make sense here. So I'm back on Fontana. Yeah, I'm back on Fontana.
Yeah, because I'm sure there are some clients that you had that just want you.
That,
they don't want.
Yeah, they do.
People, they just want you.
They want me. Yeah, they want me. They do. And that's because I've built such a camaraderie with my clients. You know what I mean? It's not even about, the hair is there. I do that easily.
Yeah, you're the therapist.
That's it. Exactly. They want the conversation. They want the vibe, and I get that. I'm just like, okay, you guys, look, I'll have my team here because I'm trying to duplicate myself so that I can create more of these. I want to do Atlanta, Vegas, Miami.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's been a journey to say the least. I have 17 stylists, and they're all women, and you know how that could go.
No, that's right.
Catty.
You don't have any men locticians?
Nope.
Really?
No, because this is how I feel about it. And it's not anything against the men, but men don't want men in their hair as much as they want women in their hair. And women want women in their hair. So I do
that's interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, some men do, but most of the people that have locks are men. So I'm not gonna, if you have a choice between a man or a woman, a man is gonna pick a woman. And that's why it's like, okay, let's just do it all women. It's more women have that touch, it's just that, we keep that energy. So that's how I keep it to where everything, there's a balance. But I do have 2 male barbers. So the barbers are men, which that makes sense.
So I noticed, like with locks, sometimes people might shave their head and on one side or at different places. Now, does the loctician do the shaving, or do you send them to the barber?
The barber.
Okay.
The barber. Yep. The barber will shave it. We prep it though. We separate it for the barber and show him where we give him the guidelines, and then they'll, the barbers do what they do.
Yeah, perfect.
So, yeah. It works out.
Do we have another question from the panel before I go?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
go ahead, Jackie.
Thank you, a young lady. I'm just so proud of you, and I don't even know you.
Thank you.
But I know I know some of your family in Buffalo because they go to the Church of God. But anyway, but anyway, this is what I mean. Your expertise already. You have already impressed me with how skilled you are and want your people to be. So now, do you do any training yourself to teach people to locks? Especially since you will be taking it to the next level.
Yeah, right.
You will be part of the school, and you're right.
Yes.
They should be trained and trained properly. So do
Yeah,
you do
absolutely.
any of that training and teaching?
That is what we're working on now. So I have it actually right in front of me, as you guys can see for proof. I'm in the office, and this is, so I'm here, and this is the booklet that she gave me. It says, let me get in the camera, Rockefeller University.
Rockefeller University, you go, girl.
Course and curriculum development. Yep. So that is in Rockefeller University. There will be 2 branches coming off of it. One side is how to start a business, how to open a business. That's going to teach you that. The other branch of it is the actual hair side of it, where I'm going to be doing one-on-one lessons so that I don't have to be in too many places at once. It's going to be all online. And it's just going to be, I already recorded myself. Well, I had a team record me doing the hair, showing you how to do it step by step. Everything there is to know about locks, even from how much product.
About how long you think it takes to learn that? About how long does it? My husband, he tries to have locks.
He tries to have locks. It depends on how diligent you are with it. Maybe
my daughter tries to put her daddy's hair locks, and I'm not real happy with how it looks.
I'm thinking 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
I need to
you don't like how it
you.
looks. Yeah. We're going to get it up and running soon, but I was saying that if you want to learn diligently and get it done with, I'm thinking it'll take you 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month to get everything down. Okay. And then also you got to practice from there, and you definitely got to practice at everything that you do. So
yeah, because if you add this as part of the curriculum to a beauty school or whatever, and then you can sell your trademark. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
These are my locks, and you're doing it the Rockefeller way.
Exactly.
I do have another question from the audience who's Roosevelt wants to know how much is charged for doing locks, like per head. I mean, give us a ballpark. I mean, are we talking, couple hundred?
Yeah, a couple hundred.
Okay.
Couple hundred. That's what I'm gonna say. If we talking starter locks are, that's a life-changing decision right there that we're doing, and it's permanent, so that starts on our site like $350, for a full head of hair, and longer than 5 inches. It goes by the length as well. So we say, send a picture of your hair, and we can give you a price or whatever. But all the pricing is online. All the booking is online. So yeah, ballpark. If you want starter locks, you're looking at least 300 and up if it's done correctly.
Yeah, because I've seen some and they don't look correct.
Right.
Incorrect.
That's what I'm talking about. We want
now, do you ever put additional hair into these locks?
Yeah, that's
let's say if my hair is thin.
Yep.
Can you add hair?
We do that all the time. Yep. Because then that's like lock extensions a little bit.
Yeah. Lock extensions.
Yeah, lock extensions.
Lock extensions.
Lock extensions. The girls on the team are cold. They do all of that stuff. You know what I mean? I kind of cut my schedule limited. Like, I don't want to do anything but the basics right now. I just want to go in, do the twist. I'll give you a design and a wash. I don't want to do the color and all that. Not that I don't want to, but I'm trying to do other stuff outside of that. So I give that to my team. Lock extensions, I'm not doing that. It's going to take 8 hours or so. I'll let the girls have that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying.
So do your locticians do color?
Yeah, they do it all. Yep.
Now, are most of them, or any of them, or a lot of them already beauticians or cosmetologists?
About half and half. About half and half, yeah.
Okay.
Because I have some young ones that are like apprentice, you know, and they're like, we just want to come and work with the brand. Let's learn from here, you know.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that because then you're not hard headed. You just you're just gonna do it right. You're gonna come to work, you know, and so yeah, about half of them. The other half, they have been doing hair for a little bit. You know what I mean? So the brand just elevated just their confidence, and you know, it's just different working for a team. You know what I mean? And then by yourself. So yeah, it's been going well though. It's been going well. It's been going well.
We got another question from the audience. Do people of other persuasions get locks too, or is it just now? You know we saw them. We've seen 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 them.
I'm not even understanding the question.
Well, what they're asking is, do white people get locks too?
All the time.
So
everybody.
How do you lock a white person's hair?
So that is called what that's called is instant locks. So to lock it instantly, we take the crochet needle and we literally tighten the hair up as we go, each one. So if they come in with their hair straight, we back comb it to make it tangled, and then we take the crochet needle and form it into a round lock with their hair. It's the same thing. Yeah, they'll just walk out and it look like they had locks for years.
Wow. Yeah. You get a lot?
Magic.
No, that's expensive.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Do you get a lot of clients?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
The biggest thing right now is that, and it's lock extensions. Everybody wants, you know, everything right now, and that's what they don't want to wait the process out. They don't want to go to the store.
What I'm saying is, so you get a lot of white people that get locks?
Oh yeah, white, Mexican, every race, Chinese, Asian, they want locks. Wow. That's just the locks is taking over the world right now.
Wow.
We can't have nothing. Nothing. We can't have nothing. Everybody.
What you think we can't have?
We can't have
nothing. Nothing, honey.
Oh my goodness.
Jasmin, are you drinking tea right now? Are you having tea?
No, I have lemonade.
No, you know what I told you earlier. Sit back on the couch and drink tea.
Oh yeah, I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out, Mr. Richard.
Okay, my question is, you say you have a degree in psychology and you don't have a degree in business. What have you learned, and how are you
enough for a degree?
What have you learned about how to run a business? What have you learned about running a business?
Write everything down. That's the number one thing. Like sometimes I'm in the middle of a client and something comes in my head, I have to pull my phone and say, excuse me 1 second, and I have to write it down because I'll forget. I will forget, and I'm like, what was I thinking earlier? And it might very well be
it was a winning
important.
idea.
Yeah, it was very important. It was brilliant. So write everything down, and also dealing with, you know, since it's a hair salon, dealing with the girls and leading with love, you know, leading with love. I'm not a tough owner. I'm not at all. I lead with love, and I didn't have to learn that. That's always who I've been, but I've carried that and it works. You know what I mean? I don't do bad business. Just the principles and moral, you know, principalities, morals, all of those things are how I got here. And so let's see, but I knew that already. But I'm saying, I'm trying to think, what have I learned?
But I'm sure some things that you learned on your way to get your bachelor's degree came through some of those classes or talking and
you just hit it on the head.
Yeah.
You hit it on the head. It's communication.
Yeah.
That communication class I took in college changed my life for sure, because that class, you know, they'll teach you body language, eye contact when you're talking to a person, you know, just all of those things are important as an owner, how to approach a situation and deflate, you know, a lot of things you got to de-escalate. And
yeah,
like, hey,
I don't like what she did to my
exactly. Somebody crying, somebody's feelings hurt, somebody says something.
This
So it's
ain't
like
what
I
I
have
thought
to
it was
lead.
gonna look like.
Yes, right. Oh, a lot of that. Oh, I do a lot of cleaning up.
It ain't full like my cousin. yeah. And I want my money back.
All that. And guess
All
what?
of
I send it right back. You don't even have to tell me. You don't have to ask me. That's the first thing I do. I'm like, okay, this one's on me. Or, you know, that's my favorite thing to say, because I just want the customer service to be known, you know, and renowned. And I don't want anyone saying they got over on me or nobody could ever say Rockefeller owes them money or any of that.
I hear you.
You don't like it? Guess what? Then I'm gonna take care of it. That's it.
All right. Now we got one more question before our next break.
Sure.
And that's, I know that movie studios, this from Donald, I know that movie studios hire beauticians who know how to do the hair of Black actors. Have you looked into being hired by movie studios or the many new Black series on TV?
I think I'm just around about coming into that within these last few months. And only because of everything that I've been doing and trying to build and build the foundation, so that when it does take off like that, I want everything in order too. So I've been doing things kind of in order. You know what I mean? Like with the products, I wanted to have the products before I had the stylist, because I wanted the stylist to use the products. So there was an order to all of this as well. You know what I mean? I'm not just like, do this, do that, do that. Everything has an order and a time and a place. So I think now that, okay, both shops are good, everything is smooth selling. I've been plugging into some commercials on TV, so, you know, to build more traffic. Yeah. And if it does get to that step, I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that we do for sure, but we haven't done a movie or any of that, a couple of music videos and things of that. But
yeah, because I can really see you doing the music videos and
we've done that, and you know, I got clients in the NBA and all that. It's just that's been a thing. So, but no, nothing for I'm not sure which route to go for, like the movie studios and all that stuff.
Yeah, and have you considered opening up or at least, you know, franchising or something like that in other states? Because there's locks all around. You know?
Oh yeah, that's coming. I've already franchised the brand, so it legally is franchised. Okay. It's franchisable. You know, if anybody wants to buy one, then they want to do it on their own, then you can have a Rockefeller, and it's, you know, legally it will be, you know, it will be yours. So I've done that. It just has to. I just want these two. This is the foundation. I don't want to build up on top of a foundation that's kind of rocky, you know. And Melrose has only been 8 months or so since I opened Melrose. So I'm like, okay, let this get to a year first, and you know, let's go from there. And
excellent. We're gonna do a quick break this time, and we will be back. You are
You're listening to WVTC Detroit.
Right, another commercial.
The book of the millennium is From Gold to Glory, the autobiography of Jerry Cummings, the last living gold and platinum recording artist of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes with Teddy Pendergrass. This detailed publication archives the life journey of Jerry Cummings and his rise to the pinnacle of the music world. The historical impact of the sound of Philadelphia comes to life through this man who was involved with women, drugs, betrayals, abandonment, broken promises, and attempts to end his life. From Gold to Glory, a must-read. Available at Barnes & Nobles worldwide and Amazon.com, or go to FromGoldToGlory.com/store and order your copy today.
All right. And if you are in the Detroit area, Jerry Cummings will be signing. He has a book signing coming up this weekend, this Saturday, November 19th. He will be there at Wayne State University, Barnes & Noble Bookstore, 82 Warren Avenue from 12 noon to 5 p.m. And then on Sunday, you can see him right at Source Booksellers at 4240 Cass Avenue, Suite 105. That's 4240 Cass Avenue, Suite 105. And that's Sunday, November 20th. He'll be there from 3 to 6. Make sure that if you're anywhere near the Detroit area that you stop by and say hello to Jerry and get that book signed right here, and tell him you heard it on what?
You're listening to WWVTC Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heard it
I
right.
love it.
GTC Detroit. He will be glad to see you. And we're back with Jasmin Thomas, who is the owner of Rockefeller Lock Studio. 2 locations, Fontana and Melrose.
Yes, ma'am.
She's just growing like her hair, just growing like her hair. Amen. Now we got one question. And Hallie said, how can I get the product? The place where she purchased it stopped selling it, and she had to go to Cream of Nature product. So where you say you're at Walmart, are you at any other distributors, or can they go online and you'll ship it to them? How is that working?
Yeah, they can go on the website. It's rockefellerlocks.com. And then, or you can, or on Amazon, actually, those 2 are the best options because I could ship it right to you.
Okay.
On Amazon,
right.
Yep, rockefellerlocks.com. All the product is there, or on Amazon, you'll get it. If you have Prime.
Ooh, they'll bring it to you this evening, girl.
Exactly.
You'll be all right. Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah. So make sure you go to the website, take a look around, see what she's got. And I'm sure you will be glad that you have made it over there to watch that and to see what's going on, because you need to know. Also, let's see, let's see if do we have another question from the panel?
Hey, Jasmin, you said that Rick James was your grandfather.
Yeah, thank you, Richard.
Can you tell us how he influenced your life?
James.
I mean,
when I came home,
you gotta think about the greatness,
Yeah,
the greatness running through my blood, and that's a legend. I have to keep the lineage going. It's just not in the music field, but it's in my own lane. And I seen him work. I watched him work hard. I watched him change the music. The funk.
Yes.
And that's running through me. That's my mom's dad, and my mom works hard too, just to keep the name up, keep the lineage going. And I have to do the same thing. I got to carry the torch. I'm his oldest granddaughter. It's only 2 of us, 2 grandkids, my sister and me. So
So it's your mom that's his daughter?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom lives in Atlanta. So
tell him what your mama do.
Did you meet him?
Oh yeah, I used to live with him. We used to live with him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were old enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I was when he passed, I was how was it, 14?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 13, 14, yeah, something like that. 12 or 13.
So what did you get out of knowing him? Tell us something that the world doesn't know about your grandfather.
I think it's with him, it's the confidence for sure.
Okay.
Everyone says that we act the same. It's the life of the party. the confidence, the power, you know, the courage. Just that's definitely
Creativity.
was it
The creativity.
that exactly
Yeah.
exactly. I love how you always know what I'm thinking.
See, I see what you're saying. Now, people
Yeah,
say, I see what
right.
you think. Can you see my
Exactly.
brain?
I know, right?
I see what you're saying.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Now, Roosevelt said, I actually saw someone with locks and it looked like they were glued on their head. How is so is
They
it
probably were.
Is it that people don't go and get their hair done? They let it go too long? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Without
There are so many scenarios. It's hard to say what Roosevelt was saying. There's a lot of scenarios. Sometimes, yeah, it could be they didn't get it, they haven't got it done for a long time, or somebody probably is crazy enough to really glue it to their head.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah,
done that.
yeah, gorilla glue. You know,
Exactly. That's why I'm like, it's hard to say.
anything is possible.
Exactly.
And we got Hallie said the product was real nice for her hair and had a good smell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's great. That's great.
Yep. Yep. That's the chemist.
Yeah, really. So is that what you asked the chemist for? You want smell?
Yeah, I want the scent. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially
That's a big
if it
thing with
has
locks.
to
You want them to
stay
smell good too. You know,
Yeah.
they don't have the best stereotype. Locks don't. They haven't
No.
always. It's coming around
No.
better now because you know it's about to be 2023, and a lot of people have. We kind of reversing that negative culture. But yeah, you get the thing of the scent, all of that, and it's like no, this stuff smells really good, and you know it's all natural for you. So it's a really good product for sure.
Yeah, because
And the skills have gotten better so much. You know,
Yeah,
people's skills.
That
Just like
too.
I'm just listening to you, and I said she's going being awesome is to be expected because you want expertise, you want the skill there, you want, and I think in the past years it has been just tacky. You know, that's the only word I can say. It's just been tacky.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at your head on the screen, and it's beautiful, just absolutely beautiful.
Thank
which
you.
is what it should be. It should be. But you look like some people look like they
as my grandmother would say, look like a cow been licking their head.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you see what, and it gives lots of bad
Your grandmother.
See.
Yeah, they do.
The cow been licking their head.
That's what I'm gonna look like.
Yeah,
it look like damn if it's growing. Look like something growing.
Right, and you scared that you gonna see something that just
and then it's gonna jump on you.
I'm going
that hasn't happened to me before. It's happened to one of my stylists though. One time.
Really.
Yeah, she got freaked out.
Oh wow.
She told the girl, "You gotta go. You gotta leave. You gotta go get her treatment."
No.
Yeah, she had lice.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my.
I've never seen it, but
so how can you keep it clean and fresh by just getting washed every 4 weeks? How do you keep it clean? Do you have to like rub a towel or I don't know?
No, you gotta talk. Well, when you lay on it, you should be tying it up at night, and you shouldn't just be laying on everything.
Oh, okay.
You can't just lay your head down on every. You have to tie your hair up. We all need to do that. That's nothing new. It's the same concept. And as far as the washing, it's the same thing. We shouldn't even be washing our hair because of, it really creates a dry scalp if you wash your hair too much. The texture of our hair. I'm just saying the Black culture, we don't need to wash it too much. Maybe every couple weeks, 3 weeks or so, if you don't have locks, but you have to give it time and let it breathe and just moisture and, let it grow.
Yeah, because my grandmother was a licensed beautician, and back then it was all her clients were on 2-week schedules, basically. And you didn't do much to your hair, but every 2 weeks,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jasmin, how long does it take you to put your hair in the style that I see you in most of the time on top of your head? Could you do that now?
Which one? The bun?
Yes.
Oh, that's nothing. That's just a ponytail. Let me see. I gotta have a hair tie near. That's easy, but let me see. And so I gotta step back and then I lean forward. And then I grab it all up. Now it's at the top. And I have to wrap it around like a rope. Back. And then from there, you gotta get a hair tie to make it stay. And not put the hair tie over top.
Not bobby pins. It's a hair tie.
Yeah, it's just a hair scrunchie, but it's one of the large hair scrunchies. To make it.
Oh, that's cute too. But yeah, that's cute too. I would have never thought that. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's quick. But then you have that on the top of your head all day, your neck starts to hurt.
Really?
Yeah, it's heavy.
Because it's heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's why I have it down right now, just so my neck could relax.
Right. So now, is that like heavy all the way around?
What? Which one? What
just having it down.
Oh no, this is like feather, very light. It's light, but it's when you bulk it all up right here on the top of your head.
Now, do you have to burn the ends?
No. It's not
Burn
synthetic.
the
You only do
ends?
that on synthetic.
Well, some things you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, synthetic. That's braids. That's like braids, synthetic braids.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they even. I'm not sure about. I don't do braids, but I think they dip them now with the water. I don't.
Yeah, hot water.
They burn it, right?
Yeah. Now, do people do coils and stuff with locks?
Coils?
I mean, put them in water, hot water.
No.
No, they just wear it straight.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. Yeah, we don't have to dip them or anything. They already in. It's locked in. Once it's locked here, that's it. This bottom has already been 15 years down here. But up here is new. You know what I mean? So every layer of it tells a story of different part of your journey.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably have a color every year, get a new color at that point. So you'll know. But yeah, Hallie said that's the fake hair that you burn on the end. So
that's synthetic. That's so true.
Yeah, that's the fake hair. Do we have
how long does the hair grow in a year's time? I'm sure it probably varies per person, but
very fast. A year's growth could be. Let me see. When did I dye my hair? So from here to the blonde has been about a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a lot of growth for that.
Yeah, like 5-6 inches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and that's what Roosevelt asked. How long do locks last?
It's permanent. Well, as long as you want to keep it
forever.
Yeah, it's permanent. Or does he mean after you get like maintenance?
Well, we'll have to just guess. So give us the answer to both. How long do the maintenance is what, about 4 to 6 weeks?
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks, and that'll last after you get them done. It'll stay neat for probably about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then 2 or 3 weeks. And then
that's tying it up every day.
So you see how I kind of have a little crinkle in mine?
Yeah.
It's a little curly.
Yeah.
I had it twisted up. So I had a design and I left it in for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Now I took it out. So for 1 week, I'm letting my hair breathe. And then maybe next week I wash it again and do it again. You know what I mean? It just depends. But From the moment that you get it done at the shop, it could last you about 3 weeks.
So do all of your locticians have locks?
Yeah, they all have locks, or the other, I have 3 that have really short ball blonde.
Okay.
Or ball colors. One of them has purple, the other one is short blonde, and the other has like a finger wave. She's mixed. So
Ellen wants to know, are they recommended for fine hair?
if you want them, everybody can get them.
Would you say whosoever will, let them come?
Whoever wants it.
You say we'll make it work for you.
That's it. Yep, we can make it happen on anybody's hair. Even
right.
Mr. Richard.
Oh, my appointment is tomorrow at 1, right?
He's telling me that. He's telling me that.
You saved my appointment for 1?
Yep, I got you down for 1 p.m. We're going to glue them on there. Like
yeah. And I want you to go.
I was going to say, he's going to get his glue. That's what I'm about to say, yeah.
Hey, Jasmin, just for a minute, talk about your basketball career. You received a scholarship in basketball. Sir. Are you really that good?
Yeah. I was 5, so I never stopped playing basketball until I got to college, and then I said, okay. From there, basketball was done, and I needed to work. So I used it. I used my skill all the way up until I couldn't use it anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So do you still play now?
No, I don't, because I have a motto. I need both of my hands and both of my feet, so I don't want to get hurt. Yeah, I can't stand up and work.
I know that's right.
Then what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Good decision.
Right. Basketball don't pay.
That's a business owner. That's a business owner.
Yep. Yeah. Basketball doesn't pay any of the bills.
Well, this has been just wonderful, Jasmin.
I had a great time.
Really educated us on everyone to know about locks, but we're ashamed to ask. You have told us what we wanted to know, and now we can look at people and say, you need to go to Lockfeller.
Yeah.
Because, girl, your locks ain't tight, so yeah, we have to recommend them over there. What we're going to do right now is we can do our round robin, and what our round robin is, we just go around and everybody can say what they want to say, and then we'll let you have the closing thoughts for today. So we'll go in line how we are now. Teresa, and then Patty, Jackie, and then Richard, and then we'll let Jasmin say what she has to say.
Okay.
Hey, ma'am. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Oh, first of all, you look younger than that, so praise God.
Thank you.
But I wanted to ask you, first of all, I want to say this has been an absolute pleasure. We are so impressed with what you've done, and it looks like you're well on your way. You said you wanted to have something in other cities. I know you're going to do it. So first of all, we just ask God to continue to bless you and to continue to elevate you. So thank you for being on the show. I have one question. I saw somebody in your video who looked an awful lot like our guest from yesterday, Maria too. So obviously she wasn't seen. Okay, but her name was Maria Two Brown.
She has a shop in Rancho Cucamonga on Foothill. It's called Two Organic Salon.
That was her book. Put the book back up, Sandy. Yeah. One of the dancers looked just like her, and so I wondered, because I know you all are kind of in the same area. I thought you might know each other.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but that's interesting. I have to find out who she is. I can go find her though. It's not that far.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
She'll probably be in the papers next week.
The Inland.
Okay. Yeah.
The Inland Valley News.
Mr. Richard. Bring me that, Mr. Richard.
I will.
Thank you.
Jackie?
I guess I'm next. I am just thrilled to meet you, Jasmine, and just totally impressed by you. Be the age that you are and the stage that you are in business and how the Lord has just laid it out. You heard it and you followed through, and He's been blessing you. And because of that, you're being a blessing because I'm telling you, them dreads was dreadful. They really was. But see, locking it, that's more spiritual anyway. Because
Exactly.
we want to be locked into Christ. We want to be locked in the love. We want to be locked, So I just listen. She said, "God bless you." I see you doing some awesome things. I see that the hair is, the locks is going. You're going to make it universal.
Thank you.
Because you're doing it the right way.
Thank you. That's right.
Bless you, sweetie. And I'm trying to remember one of your aunts was one of my best friends. But I'm going back to the 60s, girl. How about this?
We have to talk about that.
Me and your grandfather, Rick, at the youth convention in Buffalo, New York.
Wow.
Years ago. I couldn't have been more than.
You telling us something. You telling us something.
Okay, I couldn't have been more than 11 years old. But we were the Church of God convention was in Buffalo, New York. And I hung out with your family.
Wow.
Was he famous at that point?
That was at the early stage
so not really.
All of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was early. Really, I think it's like just before he broke out. Really.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was about 11, about 11 or 12 years old.
That's right. So we'll talk about it and figure out who it is outside of this. Mr. Richard, give you my phone number.
All right, Mr. Richard.
Mr. Richard.
Well, again, I want to thank the Lord for this day. He has really blessed me to be here. Thank you, Sandy Rose, for giving me this opportunity to sit here with you, Jackie, Pastor Jackie, and Teresa, and to be here with my friend Jasmine. You know, I'm very proud of you. I want everybody to know about you. That's why I brought you onto the show. That's why I wrote that article about you, because you are very special. Like I said, program, you are young, gifted, and black. And then you have that beauty. Look at her smile. She has that
beautiful.
Beautiful.
I love coming in your shop, even though you won't let me sit in the chair. But
what you gonna do? Warm it?
Let him sit in your chair.
Seat warmer.
You just want to warm the seat.
I want you to keep up the good work. I want to be around you all the time. So your shop is immaculate. And like I said, you can see yourself in the floor. So if you need anyone to keep your floor clean, I know how to mop a floor.
Okay.
God bless you.
Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Richard. I appreciate that.
My pastor told us years ago, he told a story about going to the barber shop. And he said his barber would always sweep around. He said, but he noticed that there was another chair. And that particular guy, he never swept around his chair and stuff like that. And the older barber said, see, he's not going to make it, because if you take care of that chair, the chair will take care of
you.
You know, and it sounds like you are taking care of the chair.
Yep.
Amen.
Thank you. Wow.
Good for you.
Absolutely.
And now what I want to make one announcement before we give you the floor. And that's on this Friday, November the 18th at 7:30 p.m. GMAC will celebrate the gospel according to Chicago, Gospel Music According to Chicago, will celebrate their 15th anniversary this Friday night. And the special guest will be the Detroit chapter of the Gospel Music Workshop of America. Woo! Woo! Special guest, we will be there at Sweet Holy Spirit Church, 8621 South Chicago, Illinois, and Bishop Larry Trotter is the host pastor. You too can go there. You'll see Dr. Ludella Evans Reed, who is the coordinator, Malcolm Williams, who is the lead director, and Dennis Cole is the visionary. You're going to see all of us will be there. Michael Fletcher, I'll be there. Ramon Perry will be there. Everybody, Lottie Dottie, and everybody. Hallie will be there. Hallie will be there. So you too can be there. All you have to do is get to Chicago and be there on Friday night. So we're looking for everybody to come and share with us on this Friday night. Thank you. All right, Jasmin, you got the closing remarks.
In closing. What do I want to I want to say that we're here on this earth on borrowed time. And we do not, none of us know our expiration date. And each day that we are above ground is a blessing. And we should swing for the fences every chance that we get. You know, each day is a gift, and we can't, you know, I feel like I've gotten so far because I'm in a race against myself. You know, I'm not going to assume that I'm going to be 80 years old by the time I make it to the end, or, you know what I mean? I just have to just say, okay, I'm up today. I woke up today. All right, I'm going to try now. I'm going to try to do this, or I'm going to try to get in Target, or I'm going to try to, you know, something big, something miraculous, you know, and if you don't live that way, each day could start to feel repetitive, and that's my worst fear. So every day I pray for a miracle. You know, I look for the miracle. Even in coming on here, it's like, how did I even, me and Mr. Richard just met, you know, he brought newspapers into the shop, and I said, hey man, if you keep bringing newspapers in here and you don't put me in it, we're going to have a problem. And, you know, but it was all love. But then that led to us meeting. And then this led to here. Amen. You know, it's like everything happens for a reason. You know, the miracles are everywhere. Yes. And that's what I thank God for, is just every day is, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. And that's the blessing of it. That's the beauty of it. Unpredictable, you know, the unpredictability of life, and that's why we're here. And I'm thankful, you know, I'm thankful to be here today with you guys. Everyone was so nice and pleasant, and it was a good time. I had a good time.
Amen. Amen. Well, we enjoyed you, and you expect a miracle, and a miracle will happen. Nothing just happens. Your life, you have just scratched the surface. We are looking for bigger and better and greater things from you. We will be over here praying and rooting on and looking, asking, what is Jasmin doing now? What is she doing now? What is she
Right.
Yes. So you continue to do what the Lord says do. Continue to hear from him.
Yes.
And you will be okay. You will be okay. Things
all good gifts come from him.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
We played the song yesterday. Everything that happened to me that was good, God did.
I did.
So
God did.
That's right.
That's what we're looking for. And we want to send you love and our best wishes. And you keep on keeping on. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We will see you all on another show. We'll be back here next Monday for another show. But later on tonight at 8 o'clock, you can tune in right here to WVTC Detroit. I think I like it.
You're listening to WVTC Detroit.
Yeah, you can tune in right here and you'll see Nikki Jones' show. She's coming on at 8 o'clock. We'll be right back with her. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And make sure
Okay,
you
you
guys hit
guys,
that
I'm
like
going
and
back
that
to
share
work.
button. Hit that like and that share. Hit that like and that share.
Good
Elder
night.
Rudolph Stanfield.
Night, night.
Night.
Night,
Night,
night.
night,
Bye.
everybody.
Love you.
We love
Bye,
you.
guys.
And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Night, night, everybody.
Night,
Night,
night.
night.
Thank you for listening to The Sandy Rose Show with your host, Sandy Rose. If you have enjoyed this broadcast, won't you consider liking and sharing this with a friend or family member? We'd love for you to share it on your Facebook page. Thank you for tuning to WVTC Radio Detroit. Remember to like and share this broadcast with a friend. We are WVTC, winning victory through Christ.
You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing in the Spirit.